I think we're back. That makes me sound like Chucky. I should have used StreamYard, huh? This looks so weird. What is going on with my camera, guys? I don't know.
You're upside down, I think. I can see you upside down.
I'm upside down?
Yeah, your hands are not facing the right way.
I don't know what. I don't know how to fix it. Everything looks wrong. The camera's wrong. The angle's wrong. I'm upside down.
Your hands are like this, facing upside down.
How odd is this? I just went straight up live with YouTube, guys, which I never do, obviously. Oh, my light went off too. Everything. I forgot. All my power went off. It's dead. Here, let me show it to you. No, it's worse than that. Here, I'll show you. See if you can fix that. Yeah, I know. Okay, if you're here, please let me know. Say hi so that I know that I'm live. I guess I can check. I could check. Hang on, I got to close a bunch of windows. I have hotels open. I've got all kinds of stuff. We were looking for hotels at the last moment in case we needed to evacuate last night. Hey, Andre.
Hi, Andre.
Okay, good. So we're live. And I'm upside down, right? And I'm like all panned out weird. I don't know what that's all about. Odd. So odd. It's okay. Whew. And then I don't know if the other live closed. Did it close?
Yes, it
did. No, I still see it live. What is happening? Sorry, guys. We lost power in the middle of me talking, so I don't know what happened.
She says, how is everyone?
We are great. We are extremely great. As you can see, we've got power. We've got even internet. We've got everything. And aside from a big mess outside, debris kind of thing, of course, branches, prongs, puddles, that kind of thing. We're good. Oh, good. Thanks, Jean. Yes, we're good. Like I said, it's kind of messy outside, but we took precautions. We went out and we pulled, furniture, plants, that kind of thing. So we don't have a lot of stuff strewn all over the place, but what we do have is now debris, pine needles, pine cones, branches, prongs from the palm trees, that kind of thing. But that's it. I mean, and that stuff is compost. It's all natural, so not any big debris. Thank goodness. Bernie already walked around the property to survey it. I mean, kind of quickly, and then because it's very wet, but nothing major. Nothing major. We did have one window that has a leak, which we've now discovered. Because in Bernie's office, he came running for a towel. Hey, Zena. And I was like, why, where are you going? And he's like, there's a leak in my window. There's water coming in. So now, of course, when it all dries out, we got to walk around and caulk and make sure we get that window weather ready. So
Jean says any flooding?
Not here. Not to say that across the bay they didn't get flooding. I am sure Alligator Point got flooding. And I'm sure, of course, Perry is a major flood. I haven't looked at any of the live cams, but I know Kiteri was telling me that that she was watching a live feed and you could see barely the stop sign. The whole pole was underwater. So that's how many feet of water they had, and it's still dumping. So and then of course high tide will come in. So it's a whole lot of different things, components, but we are safe. Our community is safe. I haven't, like I said, driven outside, so I haven't gone along the the main road to see how folks fared that are like right, on the water. I'm sure they probably had some surge.
Okay, good. I'm glad you're
Yes, thank God. Thank God. And honestly, by 8, 9 o'clock, we knew we were in the clear, obviously, once they made landfall. So we were very blessed in that sense to know early on. And the thing is, here's another blessing in disguise. They had originally anticipated that it was going to come on land or hit this area by, I think they had said like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. And oh, did you fix it? Nope. You did. Thank you. Look at my husband fixing my.
No, it's facing right.
Oh, is it?
Yes, facing. Your hands are not facing the other way now.
Yay! And it's zoomed in. There we go. Bernie to the rescue, my technical crew. I forgot what I was saying. Oh, it was gonna hit at 2 o'clock in the morning. It was scheduled to hit like 1, 2, or 3, and I was like, because you lose power, of course, and then it's wind and rain and stuff. I mean, actually, what woke me up at like, because I went to sleep around midnight, and that's when Bernie got up. So we kind of took shifts. I went to bed, he got up, and then around like 2 or 4, there was a big bang, and that's what woke me up. And it was a branch, I guess, hitting the house or one of the windows or something. And nothing broke though that I know of. I don't even know what branch hit. I have to go outside and look. But that's always the scariest part, is when it makes landfall in the dark, because you're without power. You have high winds. You can't go really outside to look. Looking outside the windows doesn't do anything. That's always really, really scary when you're just in the dark, basically. So when I heard that it was going to hit around, between 6 and 8 a.m., I was thanking the Lord. No matter what the consequences were going to be, I was thanking the Lord, because you can see the water coming. You can see, anything. If again, you can look out the window and see the water, see the trees, see whatever needs to be seen. So I was grateful that it was in the morning. So that is a blessing in disguise, the fact that it hit when it hit at the time that it did of day, because now, and even like now as it's traveling through the state of Florida and up into Georgia and the Carolinas, they'll have daytime. And so again, we don't really need electricity, during the day. We can open up our windows and be able to see, pull back the blinds and curtains to get some light. But it's always really scary when it hits at night, guys. So very blessed even for that, because wow, even that will play a role into it. But we're good. We're good. We're all safe. We're fine. I mean, obviously, like I mentioned to you, it's kind of funny. I was saying how electricity is not guaranteed. It could even go out again and be out for another 2 or 3 hours and then come back in. And so again, they're trying to patch up and, put people back, get power back to people. So as they're playing around with that, of course, things glitch. So I don't know if we're going to have internet or electricity for the rest of the day, but I'm grateful even for this small respite, because that means the refrigerators are cooling off again. The house, the air conditioning is cooling off again. And we can eat at least lunch. And then, if it goes back out, hopefully it'll be restored by tonight, which is, again, when it matters, at night, right? But everyone is safe. I've checked on my neighbors. They're all doing great. They checked in with us as well in Tampa Bay. Of course, you guys know we're all from Tampa originally. Well, not originally, but for the last 30 years. So kind of. The last 30 years we have lived in Tampa. So all of our friends and family, of course, are in Tampa Bay. And they've had water, sure, like the whole Soho area and Gulf to Bay and all that had some water surge, but the hospital, Tampa General, is like right on the water. And they have these super cool walls that they erect. and they have like this tarp. I mean, I know some engineer obviously came up with this um, structure. It's pretty neat. It creates a seawall almost instantly, like in a matter of hours. So they it has like these really cool, like almost like an L bracket, and then there's like I don't know what kind of material, and then like tarps that go like this on those L brackets. They bolt them down, and it creates an instant seawall. And they put that all around the hospital, of course, to protect the patients and the staff and the generators and all that stuff. So again, the state of Florida is very proficient at preparing. And I kind of got cut off when I was explaining that to you guys, that we know they're coming. We prepare well in advance. Of course, nobody can prepare for a 10-15 foot surge, but that's when you evacuate. When you know you're in that area where that might happen, then you leave. Um, and even the hotels, I was telling you, all the hotels, all the all the restaurants, all the supermarkets, everyone in the state of Florida goes into hurricane mode. And so you don't leave your pets behind, right? Because I remember seeing that when that happened, when Katrina happened, I couldn't believe that people had left their dogs and cats and animals behind. In the state of Florida, we don't do that. All the hotels have to let your pets in. Period. There's no such thing as this is a special room that you cannot. They have to rent every single room, and every room can have multiple pets. So
even though it's not a dog friendly hotel,
right? Even if it's not a pet friendly hotel, every hotel in the state of Florida, every supermarket does the same thing. They know that they have to let you bring in your pets to go shopping, because you can't leave your pets in the car either. Of course, they have to be in a carrier or in a leash, needless to say. Um, Uber, for example, Uber will actually give free rides to the shelters within 30 miles for free, period. So you schedule, they come pick you up, they drive you to the shelter, you drop you off, and it's 100% free. So, and there's so many companies like that, by the way. Everyone, like Publix will kick in immediately, and in days ahead they start driving, like I said, from all the stores they start driving in pallets and pallets of water and peanut butter and non-perishables. And so Florida is very proficient at preparing for hurricanes. And since we know they're coming, guess what? We are ready. And like I said, we pool all of our resources. And if we don't need it, then it'll get funneled into the area that does. So we are extremely lucky, in the fact that we've kind of always we've perfected the state of emergency. Pretty much, nothing is fall proof, but pretty efficient. It's a well-oiled machine. So, but of course, prayers always, because there are those that, as we speak, have their complete home underwater. Yes, it's just because we don't doesn't mean our neighbors 10-15 miles down the ways do not, or even closer. I haven't, like I said, been into town to see the other side of the road. Yeah, to see, because they're right there and they're very low to the ground. And some of those homes are older homes too, which means that Florida homes, the way that there's new regulations that come out every so many years. And, now in order to build, depending on how far you are from the coast, you're zoned. And when you're zoned, they tell you cannot build a house now like under, I don't know, you have to be 12 to, let's say, I don't know, 15 feet above sea level. So that's why you see those homes on stilts, right? The pilings. um that gets changed according to, obviously insurance companies, and the government knows the statistics and what the new regulations are. But those have changed. It used to be like 9 to 10 feet, like maybe 15-20 years ago. So there are some homes that are only like 8 feet off the ground or 6 feet off the ground. They were regulation back then, and they've been grandfathered in now. But that doesn't mean that those homes on the beach that are only 6 feet or 10 feet off the ground made it. even worse yet, there are homes that are older, much older, I don't know, 30, 40, 50, I don't know how many years old. And those houses that are right on the water, and I mean, like, this is the ocean right here. And those houses right here on the water are completely on the ground, like on the ground. Uh, so any surge, anything, and those houses are completely underwater. Um, they're legal because they've been grandfathered in, but those poor people always really get it bad. I mean, those houses are not even insurable. And that's the other thing. Um, there's a lot of people on the water that are not even insured. Hey, good morning, Vordy. Yes, thank God. Yes, exactly. And because the island, of course, um, it happens there too a lot. I mean, Cuba, Puerto Rico, unfortunately, the islands always get hit. And if anything, they help to slow down the hurricanes. Although, of course, they always pick up speed once again. They're in the warm waters, but it does break up the hurricanes. But those houses that are laying completely flat. Hey, Dina. Yes, thank you. We're good. That's what we've been discussing. We are good. We even have internet. We have power restored. No flooding. It's very wet, very soggy, very messy outside from all the a lot of debris as far as natural debris, branches, prongs, that kind of thing. But no structural damage either. So we're very blessed.
Is up in Alaska?
Where is Palatka? I've heard of it.
I don't know what that is. I think that's Georgia.
I don't know. I lived near a marina. Once any happened, only my crawl space and garage got flooded. Oh, thank goodness. They were flooded, and most of the houses are now on stilts. Exactly. So older homes are flat on the ground, flat, and that means that they are completely underwater. A little bit newer homes are only 8 to 10 feet up in the up on stilts. They still get flooded most of the time. Then they went up to like 12, 15 feet. And I think that's where we're at now, or maybe it's like 18. So, it just depends how high those houses are. But you can have a house. It's funny here. I should drive around, maybe go live with the phone and show you guys. You will have a house here that is completely flat to the ground. And then the house next door, it's like 20 feet off the ground. So you have some like this, right, at sea level, and then some like all the way up on stilts. And then the next one will be like 10 feet, and then the next one 20 feet, and then the next one flat, and then the next one flat. And it's crazy. So you see homes on all levels because depending on when they got built, that's how they look. Also, the thing is, like Zena was saying, when those homes get flooded, the flat ones, most of the time they're just either they get washed out and they're gone. So then that lot is sold, and then the new home that comes in place has to be built back up to the current specifications. So slowly, those houses that are flat to the ground end up going in the water anyway over the years and hurricanes and deterioration anyway. Of course, different materials, yada yada. But yeah, so it is kind of funny, and maybe I'll drive around anyway. I got to check the Facebook group for the surrounding cities to see what they need and how they're doing, and if we can help out in any way. And then maybe if I do that, I will, when I go drop off, I can take you guys live with us. So, oh, Jacksonville. Okay, yep. So they're getting a lot of wind and a lot of water too.
Dana says he's working today, remodeling trees for railroads.
Removing trees. Oh, good. Well, thank him for his hard work, Dana, because I know after a hurricane hits, it takes a lot of great women and men to get it running. And like I said, man, they work tirelessly, like around the clock, to get everything back to normal as soon as possible. Everything from electric to food to water to public transportation, hospitals, railways, roads, because of course there are roads that are down. There are power lines across roads. There's flooding. I mean, there's a whole lot, guys, and it takes an entire state and nation, because we have teams from around, other states too, that come in and help out. But yeah, hopefully that has helped kind of answer a little bit more about how it works here in Florida, give you an update as to how everything is doing.
Yeah. Hi, Ava.
Yes, Ava, thank you. Yes,
Eva's here.
we are incredibly blessed, guys. Like, once again, we were ready for the absolute worst. Because if you looked at the projections yesterday, if you guys just look on the map and you see where Wakulla County is, and you see the trajectory yesterday, that hurricane was projected to come hurling down our front door, literally, like right through my front door. Because this is not a big place, it's kind of small. But all it took was for it to move over, 10, 15, 20 miles, and that made all the difference for us. And this time we were on the right side of the bands, which meant that actually the water was not being pushed on shore. So with Michael, we were on the wrong side of the bands, which is why Apalachicola got completely flooded, and so did we. Well, they got completely destroyed. They were completely submerged. The whole water was like Atlantis. There was nothing in that area. There were just barely rooftops, actually. We had tons of damage, tons of flooding. I mean, we had no front yard, no backyard. It was just ocean. And I mean that. If you guys saw the pictures from that hurricane, we did not have a backyard. We did not have a front yard. It was an ocean. And that's because we were on the wrong side of the band. So the water was being pushed on shore. This time, the hurricane went to our right, which means that we were on the right side of the bands. So other than the falling water, which was, by the way, torrential, the rain was just gallons and gallons and gallons being poured. It was amazing how much rain we got.
Dina says,
but
we got winds and rain, not bad in Central Florida.
There you go. Yep. But because, see, what a blessing. But because this time we were on the right side, it was just a falling rain. That was it. That was it.
Stay in your home.
Yep. We made the decision to stay home last night after a team meeting and a lot of prayer. We decided to stay home, and that was good. That was good. Most of our neighborhood stayed home. We are very high off the ground, guys, just so that you know. So if we had a lower home, we definitely would not have stayed. What? But we are very blessed in that sense that
you're a good family too.
So yes. And like I said, we did great. So thank you guys so much. I won't take up any more of your time unless you guys have questions for us. But other than that, we are great. I'm going to focus on trying to see what's going on, like I said, across the next county, next door. And then we can, of course, I can resume normal day. We're going to print out all the we're going to print out all the shipping labels and have the boxes ready. Post office is not open today. Not sure if they'll be open tomorrow. Most likely not, but by Friday, they should be back in operation and everything should go out then.
Thank you, Dana. She says, I'm glad you're okay.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. I'm glad you guys are okay. I'm glad everyone that we know thus far has made it okay. So I'm going to check on my friends from Perry and see how they've done. And we even know some special needs families out in Perry. So check on them and see if they need anything. Because that's always...
Bye, Zena. This is have safe and good day.
Thanks, Dina. You too. Check on them because a lot of those kids also have medical needs, obviously. So see how they're doing and if they need anything. I lived on the Texas coast, so I know what you're going through. There you go. Yep, Ava, exactly. Yep, we prepare well in advance, guys. We know it's coming. It is a little bit concerning. Of course, it's always kind of scary because there is a lot of power behind hurricanes. But God was with us, and of course, all of your prayers were with us. So I'm gonna get to work. We'll first check on those folks and then get to work, and then we shall be back to normal in a matter of a few days. We got some cleanup to do, and then a lot of putting away. Generator, gas cans, provisions, that kind of thing, and then we'll be back, huh?
We have cords all over the floor.
We have cords all over the floor. We do. We have extension cords, like spaghetti lines, because of the generator going to the different refrigerator and freezer and that kind of thing, to other things that needed power. So we're going to start cleaning up as well, inside and out, and then we will start resuming our normal schedule. All right, if you guys need anything, holler. If you don't hear from me, by the way, if I'm kind of quiet via email, Facebook group, YouTube, of course, we will be live on Saturday, so don't forget that. But if I'm kind of running around all over the place, and if you don't hear from me, that's why. Help me pass the word to everyone, to let them know that we are great. We appreciate all the prayers. We love you guys so much.
Yeah.
And that we will see you all on Saturday. Be patient with me responding, yes, on emails and posts and stuff like that. So
You guys understand.
Did not want you guys to be worried if we were kind of quiet. You guys know we're super busy trying to catch up now on a full day, plus have a whole lot of mess. Okay?
Yeah.
All right, guys. Love you. Have a blessed day, and I will for sure see you on Saturday. Have a great one. Bye.